understand is that the fit is really important, that there be a fit between the people that you hire and your culture, your vision. That is always something important in a startup environment, at least.
Sure.
But to get to that point is hard because the cost of a mishire is huge. So what's the process that you have followed that seems to work, where you are able to identify with minimal opportunity cost the right fitting individuals?
I have a pretty good formula here, and typically what I do is I ask somebody for 1 year. I say, look, you got to give me 1 year, whether you're coming in corporate sales, you're coming in operations, you're coming in marketing, and I say, in that 1 year, I will guarantee you job security, good, bad, or ugly. And we basically take them for a whole year, and they really get to live in the business, breathe in the business, but it is ultimately a job interview. And at the end of that year, we say, look, this is either a great fit, welcome aboard, or not. And we typically ask them to take a pretty significant pay cut to even come on board from what they were doing before. So people have to understand, have to recognize our opportunity to even want to come on board. And then once they do that, they have to be able to make it that first year. And it's amazing what you get to learn when the employee feels safe that they have a job for a year no matter what happens, but that you get to basically see how they fit with the team for a year. And I think it's worked for us fabulously. I don't know how much longer we can continue doing it, but that's something we've employed from the warehouse floor all the way up to the executive office here, and it's worked really well.
This is very interesting. It's very unique. It's very special that you do that, and therefore there's a lot of lessons to learn. So let me probe a little bit deeper into this philosophy, how you arrived at it, and what made you make it successful. So typically there are 4 elements to bringing a new person on board. There is the element of attracting the right talent. There is the element of assessing whether there's a good fit, and third is the element of attracting or enticing the person to join, and fourth is to make that person come on board and blend in and be successful.
Attraction for us has been really easy. I mean, we've been in one of the worst economies in 80 years or 75 years, so there's plenty of qualified people looking for jobs. And when you look at our short but brief history of success, this is a fun place to work. I mean, we've been written up in just about every newspaper in the world. We break world records. We're growing really fast. It's just a fun place to work. So attracting talent has not been difficult at all, and through the factors of internal and external types of forces.
Interesting. And this is obviously a good time for that. What about assessment? How do you make an assessment that you want to commit 1 year to this person?
Sure. That's a series of interviews, and we don't have this elaborate 10-interview process that I've heard some of my job candidates have gone through before. I get a pretty good gauge early on. It's usually a couple of hours on the phone over a couple different phone conversations. If that goes well, then it's usually an invitation to come in and meet in person with me and a few more people that you may be working with near or around. And then we have typically a meeting with the affected people, the new hire, and then usually at that point an offer is extended. There's been a bunch of unique intricacies about each position that's been filled in the last 15, 18 months. So each one of them is really their own case, but that's the basic flow. And after the phone, getting by the phone interviews is a big deal. It's very rare to have somebody come in person and then not get the job.
Really? So your hit rate has been pretty good. That's what you're saying. That you haven't had those who have passed through the first line from phone interview to the next, then the hit rate or success rate has been good.
Yeah, and the phone call, the hour-long interviews with me, I don't have a script. I don't have any. I'm not preaching. It's a very honest, soul-to-soul, person-to-person discussion about what it is that you do, what you think you could do here. Is this a place you might want to work? It's very, very unscripted, and it's very honest. And I think that's why it's successful.
It's always good to talk with someone who has demonstrated premeditated success, such as Ryan does. I hope you'll agree, and I hope you enjoyed and learned something from this. Thank you for watching.